Hey everyone, Dave 2D here. It's hard to believe it's been a whole year since Apple dropped the redesigned M2 MacBook Air. This sleek machine turned heads with its fresh look and impressive power, but how has it held up after 12 months of real-world use? Let's dive in. When the M2 Air launched, it was a breath of fresh air. Gone was the outdated wedge design, replaced by a modern, flat chassis. The M2 chip promised a serious performance boost over its predecessor. After a year, the initial excitement hasn't faded. This laptop still feels incredibly relevant and capable. Now let's talk about the nitty-gritty, the wear and tear, the upgrades, and most importantly, the performance after a year of use. Is the M2 Air still the dream machine it promised to be? Stick around to find out, and if you're interested, check the description box, click the link, and buy now. One of my biggest concerns with any laptop is its durability. When you invest in a piece of technology, you want it to last, not just in terms of performance but also in how it looks and feels over time. Nobody wants a machine that looks beat up after a few months. Scratches, dents, and general wear can make even the most powerful laptop feel old and neglected. Thankfully, the M2 Air has held up remarkably well. Despite daily use, it still looks almost as good as new. The aluminum unibody construction is as solid as ever. This design not only gives it a premium feel but also adds to its durability. There are no creaks or flexes in the chassis, even after a year of being tossed in my backpack. Whether I'm commuting, traveling, or just moving from room to room, the M2 Air has proven to be a reliable companion. The midnight color option, which I opted for, does show fingerprints more easily than I'd like. It's a minor inconvenience, but worth noting if you're particular about keeping your device spotless. However, a quick wipe with a microfiber cloth takes care of that. It's a simple solution to maintain its sleek appearance. The display hinges are still smooth and sturdy, holding the screen firmly in place at any angle. This is crucial for those who frequently adjust their screen for different viewing angles. The M2 Air comes with two Thunderbolt USB 4 ports and a headphone jack. These ports are essential for connecting various peripherals and accessories. I was initially worried about port wear, especially with daily use. Constantly plugging and unplugging devices can take a toll on the ports over time. However, I'm happy to report that the ports show minimal signs of wear. They remain as functional and reliable as they were on day one, which is a testament to the build quality of the M2 Air. Overall, the durability and wear resistance of this laptop have exceeded my expectations, making it a worthwhile investment for anyone in need of a dependable device. When it comes to upgrades, Apple gives you a few options with the M2 Air. These options allow you to tailor the device to better suit your specific needs and preferences. You can bump up the RAM, storage, and even opt for a more powerful charger. Each of these upgrades can significantly impact your overall experience with the device. But are these upgrades worth the extra cash? It's essential to weigh the benefits against the cost to determine if they align with your usage patterns and future needs. Let's start with RAM. The base model comes with 8 GB, which has been sufficient for my workflow. This amount of RAM is generally adequate for everyday tasks such as browsing the web, streaming videos, and using productivity software. However, if you're a power user who frequently multitasks with demanding applications, upgrading to 16 GB or even 24 GB of RAM might be a wise investment. More RAM allows for smoother performance when running multiple applications simultaneously, editing large files, or using resource-intensive software. This upgrade can be particularly beneficial for professionals in fields such as graphic design, video editing, and software development, where high performance is crucial. Storage is another crucial consideration. The base model comes with 256 GB, which can fill up quickly if you're storing a lot of photos, videos, or large files. This is especially true if you work with high-resolution media or large datasets. Upgrading to a 512 GB or 1 TB SSD will provide ample space for all your needs. More storage means you can keep more of your important files, applications, and media on your device without constantly worrying about running out of space. This can be particularly useful for those who prefer to keep their data locally rather than relying on cloud storage solutions. Finally, there's the charger. The base model comes with a 30-watt charger which gets the job done. It provides a decent charging speed for everyday use, ensuring your device is ready when you need it. However, if you want faster charging speeds, you can opt for the 67-watt USB-C power adapter. This more powerful charger can significantly reduce the time it takes to recharge your MacBook Air M2, which can be a game changer for those with busy schedules or frequent travelers. In conclusion, while the base model of the MacBook Air M2 is quite capable, these upgrades can enhance your experience and ensure your device meets your specific needs. Whether it's more RAM for better multitasking, additional storage for your files, or a faster charger for convenience, these options allow you to make the M2 Air truly yours. Section 4 base model, big performance, 1 year on. It's been a full year since the MacBook Air M2 was released, and it's time to see if it lives up to the hype. Now, the moment of truth, how does the base model M2 Air perform after a year of use? In a word, flawlessly. Whether you're a student, a professional, or a casual user, this machine has something to offer for everyone. The M2 chip is an absolute beast, handling everything I throw at it with ease. From multitasking with numerous applications to running intensive software, the M2 chip never falters. From everyday tasks like browsing the web and checking email, the MacBook Air M2 performs these routine activities effortlessly. The speed and efficiency are noticeable right from the start. To more demanding workloads like video editing and light gaming, the M2 Air doesn't break a sweat. Even when editing high-resolution videos or playing graphics-intensive games, the performance remains smooth and reliable. The M2 Air handles multitasking like a pro, running multiple applications simultaneously, switching between tasks, and managing heavy workloads are all done without any lag or slowdown. The battery life is still phenomenal. Even after a year of use, the battery performance remains consistent and reliable. I consistently get 8 to 10 hours of mixed use on a single charge, which is more than enough to get me through a full workday. Whether I'm working from home, at a cafe, or on the go, the battery life never disappoints, which is more than enough to get me through a full workday. The convenience of not having to constantly search for a power outlet is a game changer. The Retina display is another highlight, offering stunning visuals with vibrant colors and sharp details. Whether you're watching videos, editing photos, or just browsing the web, the display quality is top-notch. One thing I've noticed is that the M2 Air does get warm under heavy workloads. This is expected with any high-performance machine, but it's worth mentioning. However, it's never gotten uncomfortably hot, and the fans do a good job of keeping things cool. The thermal management system is efficient and ensures that the laptop remains at a comfortable temperature, and the fans do a good job of keeping things cool. Even during extended periods of heavy use, the fans are quiet and effective. Overall, I'm incredibly impressed with the performance and reliability of the base model M2 Air after a year. It has exceeded my expectations in every way, proving that a base model can indeed deliver big performance. Whether you're considering an upgrade or a new purchase, the MacBook Air M2 is a solid choice that won't disappoint. Section 5. The final verdict. Would I buy it again? So, after a year with the M2 MacBook Air, would I buy it again? Absolutely. This laptop has been a joy to use, offering the perfect blend of performance, portability, and style. It has held up exceptionally well, with minimal wear and tear. The base model continues to impress with its power and efficiency. While some upgrades might be worthwhile depending on your needs, the base model M2 Air offers incredible value for its price. If you're in the market for a new laptop and prioritize portability and performance, the M2 Air should be at the top of your list. That's it for my 1-year review of the M2 MacBook Air. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.